this is Niall.
And we watched Eraserhead from 1977, and we are now going to review it.
We certainly are.
Good. I thought I would formalize it a bit more. Happy Halloween.
Yeah. Spooky time for everybody.
This was movie 20 on Metacritic's all-time horror movie list when you filter it by horror. It's a cult movie. It's been one that I knew of for decades, but have never watched it. And now I know why it's called Eraserhead, I guess.
Yeah, for a 5-minute clip where his head is made into a razor, well, pencil toppers, effectively.
Strangely enough, that's not even the most weirdest part of this movie.
That's the only part of the movie that makes sense.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's a pencil making machine.
Yeah. Everybody else is weird.
Yeah. It runs for 89 minutes. Directed, written, produced, edited, sound, David Lynch. First movie. Jack Nance as Henry Spencer, Charlotte Stewart as Mary X. Bunch of other weird things. Budget. Yeah, and a lizard mutant baby.
Yeah.
Budget was $100K. He built this and created it over 5 years, I read. And I read one thing that Henry walks out of the bedroom and he walks back in. It's a year and a half later in real time. Yeah.
Same haircut.
Same haircut. Took in $7.1 million US, so it was a big success. Metascore is really high rated, 87, critics 7.3, user reviews. What did you make of Eraserhead and not a brooch or a pterodactyl?
No. It was a movie. I genuinely effing hated this movie. I effing despise this movie. It's overly up its own arse. That's my opinion of it. I did not enjoy it. It's a body horror, I guess, a low budget body horror, surrealist shit show with very little in the way of story. So I know a lot of people rave about it. I can't see it. I can't see any of it. Some of the noise and sound, okay, yeah, that's well done. Everything else just wrecked my head.
It was a head wrecker. The constant buzzing.
Yeah.
I had headphones. I was listening to it on headphones, and it was just constant buzzing and humming, and got louder.
An industrial sort of noise, yeah. I know it's intentionally dared to be off-putting, and it absolutely achieves that. But I never felt challenged by the movie. You know,
no.
It's supposed to be thought-provoking. I didn't find it provoking in any shape or fashion, other than it made me feel unwell.
It reminded me of, I've been to many modern art galleries around the world. Usually you'll go into a room and there's a big old TV playing a weird movie, and you could come into Eraserhead at any point in it and go, fucking hell, what the hell is this? And then just walk out, and then you could go around and come back in a couple of minutes later, and then there's something different that's going, oh, fucking hell. And then that was my experience.
Yes, I fully agree with you. It felt like multiple installations in some sort of surrealist art exhibition. The various phases of the movie don't really gel that well together. The story's not a story.
It's not a story.
There's no story. There's no arc. It's intentionally unpleasant. That's the best I can say about the movie. Like the lizard baby, everything about it, the crying, the laughing, the scene where it ends up, it's just gross for gross's sake. And I get that, but I don't enjoy that. It's not for me.
Did you think of it today at random times?
No. And that's possibly the problem with it for me. Like I've watched movies that have disturbed me before. Requiem for a Dream is one that stayed with me. That stayed with me for ages. It annoyed me for about half an hour, and I went to sleep. That was it. Then I woke up. I kind of haven't thought about it all day.
It came into my mind a couple of times. The world that it builds is insane, nightmarish, industrial, as you said, world with humming, constant humming, and just horrible things. It's a bit pretty much like a nuclear wasteland. One thing I did laugh at was in his bedroom. There's a little nuclear mushroom cloud and a painting on the wall. I was
Yeah.
like, huh, that's kind of a humorous nod to where the fuck and why the hell they're living in such squalor and misery. One of the things I read was its reaction to him being a new parent, and I was wondering
Yeah.
if you, as a
Oh,
dad,
absolutely. But
felt
that's, it's been done 1,000 times, possibly since this. That feeling of your child crying and you want to just fucking jump out a window or worse. That's all. That's the only thing I can associate with myself and this movie. That's reasonably conveyed, but then it doesn't go far enough into it. I
well,
feel no
yeah.
connection with Henry.
No, it's for in its defense, it's not a movie where you just
No,
sit back and relax and watch it, and the connections come to you. You have to make a connection. If you don't make a connection, it's not you're not going to enjoy it. I couldn't make a connection. What I did form at near the end of it was I needed to get the fuck out of this movie because everything about it put me on edge and annoyed me, triggered me. But it was just I didn't like it. It was uneasy, and maybe that's a good reaction. But also, the last half hour, I just put it on 2x speed. I couldn't handle it
it
anymore.
dragged, didn't it?
It was so long and slow. And even when I put it on 2x speed, because there's no dialogue in the last 30 minutes anyway, nothing, I didn't lose anything. I said, I'm going to give it a chance. I kind of vibe the first 10 minutes is going to be esoteric, it's going to be artistic, it's expressionistic, it's
Very much
surreal.
so.
And I knew at some point I would press the 2x button, but it didn't come until later on. But at that point, it was just really near the end, third or whatever. It was just abstract and surreal and a big baby's head floating in the bedroom.
Yes,
And then a
popping.
planet man,
Yeah,
some
I
guy
never
in a
got the Planet Man
planet.
pulling the rail levers. What was that about?
There is no reasoning. Like David Lynch has never given reasoning or explanations for this movie, and that's the way he wants it to be.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Is
And the Eraserhead scene where his head was being made into pencil toppers. I think he just came up with that idea. Well, it's called a Razorhead, so let's do
it could
that.
have it could have been called anything. It could have been called Holocaust, living in a Holocaust. It could have been called New Parent, Adventures in Parenthood, babysitting.
I will say I did almost like the scene where he's going to meet his girlfriend's family. I like the dad where he just stares at him. I
Smiling.
enjoyed that because it's weird.
I
Uh,
enjoyed that.
it was completely weird. But then there was other scenes as part of that, like the little chicken when he goes to cut it.
That was funny.
It's so messed up, and the mum has a seizure, which
All
nobody.
of the yeah. There's no question. There's no reasoning.
But it's hard. It's too much though. It's non-stop weird crap with
Yeah.
no real reason behind it, as far as I can tell. Other
No,
than
as
David Lynch wasn't getting enough sleep.
well, exactly over 5 years as well. Exactly. It's weird, as you said. It's weird for weirdness' sake. Yes, you can look at it as an allegory or analogy of being a parent, but like there's weird shit happening before he becomes a parent of
Oh yeah,
a child. It's all weird. You can't just say yeah, it's about parenthood and leave it at that. It's an entire surrealistic movie made by one dude who said, I'm going to do this weird thing, followed by many, many, many other weird things, and just have a couple of central characters and let it out there.
in fairness, it got him noticed as a director, so it's
Yeah.
successful in that respect. And it did pull in 7 point something $1 million, so it's not a failure at all. It's just
Directors love it. Like I
directors
think
love it.
Mel
Yeah,
Brooks, Mel Brooks liked it. Yeah, I was going to ask you what your favorite scene was, and I figured it would be the dinner scene because that's the most relatable one to it, because it's dinner at the in-laws or whatever, and cut the chicken because my hand is numb.
yeah. I enjoyed the interactions with the dad. I actually found
That's
those
good.
quite funny.
The grandmother just sitting in the kitchen.
tossing the salad.
tossing the salad. But
Yeah,
it's just everything's on ease, and then they had to get a dog that was nursing pups, and that
that
slurping.
noise.
Yeah,
Oh, that noise wouldn't stop. I wanted to gouge my ears off.
yeah. So, like, if you had to chunk it up into chunks, there is no real storyline, but there kind of is. But it's riddled with esoteric scenes and
It's riddled with
abstracts
chunks.
and terror and horror and just weird stuff. Like the first chunk would be just him setting the scene of the wasteland and the industrialness. It's kind of like where RoboCop ended up dying, basically.
I
Like
was waiting for Robert. Was it Robert O'Brien from the Crystal Maze?
Christopher O'Brien.
Anyway, Mr. O'Brien from the
Anyway,
Crystal Maze. I wanted him to pop
yes,
up with a crystal
Richard
ball.
O'Brien. Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah, yeah,
Richard.
yeah. Yes, I always wanted to be on the Crystal Maze. But anyway, yeah, industrial zone. But like, yeah, okay. So even then, it's slow. It's a slow plodding start. He's plodding to his home.
Steps in a puddle.
Steps in a puddle, and then we have to. I constantly was reminded of Kramer from Seinfeld as well, with his
His hair.
his hair, and just sometimes he looked a bit like Laurel or Hardy as well, just like his facial expressions. I can't remember which is
He has
Laurel
an
and which is
array of
Hardy.
facial expressions, and they're rapidly changing.
Yeah, yeah.
Mostly
Yeah.
fear, I think, is on there. Discomfort.
Fear and just spiraling. Then once he gets his child in exclamation marks,
You
So,
look
yeah,
after the
his-
kid. I'm off. I'm off home.
Well, that's the thing. So after that first chunk, it just cuts to the close up of this reptile mutant child, and it's all slimy, and you're like going, "Is this fucking real?" It's like based on a calf fetus. I think they had a calf fetus, so you kind of realize then, yeah, it's sort of realistic. I'm sure they slimed and gooed it up the front and moved the eyeballs somehow. I don't know how they did it, but she's trying to feed the baby, and it's just, and then it's spitting at her. Like, it's amazingly well done. Like, I'll probably give production more points than anything else, just because
Yeah.
he did well. But this baby coming along then just totally unravels everything, his psychological state. She fecks off, as you said, and then he just has to deal with this. And then basically he sees things and has dreams and makes out with the neighbor in a pool of liquid in his bed.
Yeah, it's very reptilian sort of nest. But throughout him being in his apartment, he'd keep looking at the radiator.
Yeah.
And every now and then a light would come on, and then a show would start. And I'm assuming it was the radiator had a little theater inside it.
Yes.
Am I understanding that? And the girl with the porridge cheeks come out.
Porridge. Yeah.
It was weird. I almost liked one of the porridge scenes. Then it got even too weird for me. Then his head fell off.
Yeah, that's a whole range of scenes that just goes.
It's just a collection of them. Strangely, a large enough part of the movie was the radiator theater.
Yeah. She's singing in heaven, everything is fine, and stepping on fetuses. What's the plural of fetus? Feti.
Feti. Yeah,
fetuses.
Rather unpleasant.
Sperm-like beings or whatever. I thought they were like digestive tracts because it just came out of his mouth at the start of the start montage, but they're like embryos, I guess, and they all symbolize.
No, but then there was kind of an umbilical cord thing going on. I don't know. It was grim.
Yeah, once from the very start, you have a humming, buzzing noise, and it's driving me insane because I full on speak headphones on. But then once the baby comes, it's then and gurgling, and then it gets sick, and it's fucking horrendous looking.
Yeah, it's
and he gets a little fetus in the mail in a little cube box. It's like, what the fuck's going on?
What the hell was that about? Is it a chili? No, it's not a chili. Is it a fetus? I don't know. It's organic and it's moving.
And then he puts it into a little cupboard, and when you open the cupboard, it gets even louder, the hum. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I thought he was going to solve.
Weird for the sake of weird, not bit.
I thought he was going to solve the sickness of the his mutant child by putting that little thing into them.
That's what I thought, but no, because that would have had some sort of internal logic to the movie. They weren't going to let that happen.
Yeah. There's a beautiful girl across the way. What role does she play in this whole tale?
She's a temptress,
Yeah.
but I don't really understand what's that got to do with anything other than to annoy him at the end where she fecks off with some old geezer.
There is, if you try to look into it, you will see more meaning than there should be. Like,
I don't think there was ever meant to be meaning here.
No, I think it's just it's an art student project. A fucked up art student project, but a project nonetheless. But like, if you look at Henry, he's a dude who is lonely, depressed, bit insane, psychotic, getting to the verge of being deranged or whatever.
Unlike every other character in this movie.
Well, yeah. But if you focus on Henry, let's see if we can do something here. He has a little fling with a lady, gets her knocked up, has a mutant child. Let's say that mutant child is just an analogy for having a kid, and they have to move together and get married. She fucks off, says, "Listen, you're on your own." The whole baby being grotesque and lizard-like and yelling all the time and screaming and getting sick. It's an analogy for newborn kids, and
of course,
either you become a dad and just get it through it and it becomes a beautiful baby at the end of it, or you go insane and kill the baby with a pair of scissors and
I don't know. They're the only two choices available in this movie. Yes, I guess that's the binary decision that Henry had to make.
That was my attempt at trying to make sense of the visual.
It's as good as you're going to get, I think, with this movie.
That's what got it on to me in my brain, though, because the temptress across the hall is the freedom from this.
Yeah, it's the stuff he's lost by becoming a dad.
Yeah, and like when they're making out in bed, he's constantly twisting her head away from the baby that's making noises. Look at me. And then they float into this goo. Maybe the goo in the bed is this sort of goo of distraction and a bubble of, let me have fun in this little bubble of fucking whatever it is.
I'd like to say what I think.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Yes.
I was going to say
mayonnaise. Yeah.
Yes, mayonnaise.
Yeah.
It's just a mayonnaise explosion scene. Splop.
What are the drawers all about? Like, we mentioned the radiator. He has a drawer at the start. He plops peas into it or something, and then
he's got coins on the bed of the drawer and a pot with water in it. And he opens the drawer, he pulls a coin in off the bottom of the drawer, and he plops it into the pot with water in it with more coins.
Maybe that's an analogy for saving up his money for his college fund for his mutant child.
Yeah, that's before the mutant child is even known of. He's on holidays as well. He's on vacation at this point.
He's on vacation, yeah.
From the printing plant.
It's a printer.
Which impresses his future father-in-law.
The father-in-law and the mother-in-law are good characters, and they're a break from him and the weirdness of going around, because the mother-in-law is weird as fuck, and so is the father. But I just like them; they're humorous and funny.
Yes, I enjoy them when they're on the screen. But just him by himself and the baby is, I think it's intentionally isolationist. Like you feel trapped in the room with him. I don't like it.
Yeah. It's a nightmare. And
it is.
I was fighting with myself whether I hated the movie or I just hated being inside the movie. Maybe that's good art.
Maybe. I'm going to be less generous. I did not enjoy myself. I appreciate that was the intention. But when I spend an hour and a half of my time, I don't want to come out of it going, I feel dirty.
Yeah, I was thinking during it, I don't need this movie right now. I don't want it.
I can see where people enjoy this movie. I can genuinely. It's just I'm not one of those people.
No, I think I needed to be in a different decade of my life, or maybe younger.
Maybe some sort of chemical assistance would have helped.
Yeah, it would probably freak me out even more.
It's kind of like a bad trip. That's what I assume a bad trip is like. It's just weird crap that you can't make sense of. And I'd imagine you'd be making the same expressions as Henry.
See, that's what he does in Mulholland Drive, Lynch. Like, he does make things that make you look at objects, normal objects, like the radiator. I'm sitting beside a radiator right now, and if you look at it and stare at it for long enough, you might just go insane and start thinking about the noises it makes and the fucking theater that goes on inside of it. But he does things in Mulholland Drive that make you really uncomfortable and unsettling. Like, there's little people, and then there's a weird guy on the telephone, and it's... Yeah, and he just died recently as well, so I don't want to.
I suppose we don't jump on his grave.
No, he's He's a creative dude, and he's had a lot of success.
Absolutely.
But I just don't want to be filled with dread and confusion during the movie.
I don't want to suffer for his art.
No,
if you will.
No, for sure. Like it is, it's like when you think of the camera work and the cinematography, it's claustrophobic. There's lots of lighting techniques going on that are quite well done, I guess. But again, they all add into the craziness.
I do appreciate some of the exterior shots, like he's walking around, and even when he's going to his girlfriend's parents' house. I like the garden. It's all sort of, again, industrial. It's dead. There's steam billowing in from some sort of industrial engine just right beside it. So I think some of it's very effective. It's all very oppressive.
For sure. I think after he has his little fling with the neighbor, it just becomes this sort of dream, surreal interlude, and it just doesn't make any sense for 20 minutes.
Within dreams, though, isn't there?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So the entire eraser manufacture of his head is a dream within a dream.
Very Inception.
Yeah. How many levels of hell is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like during the dance of the stomping on the sperm by Porridge Cheeks. Like how weird is that sentence?
For this movie, it actually is one of the least weirdest things about it.
In Radiator World.
Yeah, and then he steps into the dream with Porridge Cheeks and holds her hands, and then it goes white or something.
That's the end of the movie.
Oh, that is the end of it. No, that's... Yeah. He does it twice. He does it just before his head pops off. You got to focus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Remember, that's just like a Lynch. Yeah.
And it goes out the window. And before, actually, what happened? Oh, his head falls through the floor after that. Because his baby's head is now on his body, crying.
That's right.
Which that makes sense, right?
Yeah, what's that an analogy for?
I have no idea. I tried.
The baby has taken over his entire world.
And that actually happens as well when... Yeah, when he opens the door, he's heard a noise outside, and it's the girl he's had a dalliance with, and he sees him with some old geezer. Then his head disappears, and it's the baby's head on top of his body again. It's going...
That's because
the baby's taken it away. Yeah,
exactly. The baby is his life now, and so when she looks back at him, all she sees is the baby.
Yeah,
booze for baby.
It's weird.
See, we've made sense of the movie.
Have we though? We're making stabs at it. Because it's so weird, you can find meaning in absolutely any part of it that you want. There's yes, there is absolutely the whole baby becoming a new dad thing. That's a central part. It's its core. Everything else feels a bit... I have no idea.
It just builds the chaos around his failing mental state. Like, you want to take a guess at or stab at why she's stamping on sperm on stage while she sings in heaven, everything's fine.
Sure, there's a few ways of going at this. Contraception.
What about all of those sperms are the ones that could have worked and birthed a normal baby.
Sure, let's go with
Is that
that.
okay? All right, we'll
And then
go
the
with that.
porridge signifies a healthy digestive system.
Why does she have porridge cheeks? And why is that something David Lynch came up with and went, all right, we're going to have a lady singing, but I don't want her to be normal. I want her to have
Oh God, no, porridge
porridge
cheeks.
cheeks.
Clearly,
Yeah. Very
I'm not
weird.
sure
And
it's
so,
porridge. That's what I seen.
yeah, I didn't come up with porridge. I just called her cheeks.
Cheeks Mahoney.
Yeah. It kind of looked similar to like what the planet looked like at the start, maybe. Maybe I suppose planet face, maybe. Moon
Yeah, I was
face.
trying to find a meaning to the planet / egg
There,
/
there are no
testicle.
meaning. There's no official meanings out there. Any meanings that you'll read will be other
Yeah,
people's
it's just
bullshit.
people guessing,
Yeah.
like us.
Why? Okay, let's just tackle the elephant in the room, which is the title of the movie, the Eraserhead. So when his head pops off when he's dreaming in the radiator world, or he's having a fantasy or a delusional
2 layers down.
delusion, 2 layers down, his head gets picked up by a hobo child and brought to a pencil factory, and his head is made into erasers. What the fuck's that about?
Yeah.
Mental erasure.
Sure, why not? His head has been taken by hobos to a very excited. I can't. Just can't.
There's no reason. It's
I
just
cannot.
because it doesn't happen in reality in his normal. It happens 2 inceptions down. It doesn't really. We can attune any sort of meaning to it.
Even
What
in
his mental
even,
state.
exactly, like even in this movie's in whatever internal logic it has, it makes no sense.
Have you woken up any morning and you felt like your brain has been made into erasers as a person with a newborn child?
As a chap who has got no hair on top of his head, I don't think they'd want my head to make erasers.
Your brain.
Was it his
It's
brain? Because they did drill into his head, I suppose.
yeah, it's his brain.
Uh, no, my brain's gone long before I had kids.
You've a fine brain, Forrest.
I don't see. I don't see the connection with having kids, other than like maybe sleep deprivation. I don't know.
Yeah.
Feels like a
Well,
stretch.
he does something. He gets out of all this surreal mental craziness and does something horrible to his mutant baby child in the real world. This was hard to look at.
This is grim, and then like the noises that are being made by the baby at the time, it's awful. Yeah, that's grim shit right there. Where he cuts the swaddling off the baby, and then with
stab. And then it's
stabby, porridge.
Liquid comes out, and then porridge comes out. Yeah, so it must be porridge face. Porridge cheeks.
Maybe the porridge lady is a grown-up version of the lizard baby.
Oh my god.
It all makes sense.
It all links together. Once you connect it all. I kind of felt empathy towards the mutant baby. Don't know why. Maybe it's an animalistic thing. I like animals. I don't really like babies, but it was all slimy and crying, and then it would make like gurgling noises, and then when it was sick, it was horrendous.
Yes. I guess that's a almost inbuilt sort of thing with humans to see a baby and go feel a little bit of empathy, maybe a bit of protection towards it. Even Henry feels that briefly.
Yeah, but like what? Like, is he just basically then? Does he actually kill the kid, or is he just having this fucking mania? Because the kid then just explodes with shit, and then it turns into a massive head
that floats around the room.
And then it's something to do with the planet cracks, and then the planet man inside is fucking freaking out with the levers. Yeah. What is the planet guy? It's all fucked up.
Is his internal
workings
mania?
Yeah, because and he's all fucked up because I think Henry is just totally right. Let's say he stabs his mutant kid to death, then that's him. He's unhinged. He's gone. He can't be saved. And so his planet person inside the planet
He cracks
goes
out of the
insane too.
planet shell and yanks some levers to make Henry dance. Uh,
It's like
yeah,
it's like being John Malkovich.
kind of. Only even more confusing.
Well, yeah, there's no resolution at the end because, as you said, he does go to Porridge Lady in white, and it's just
It
fades to white, I
fades to
guess.
white through a puddle thing.
Maybe he's like totally just insane by that stage, and he's just gone into Radiator World, and that's it. You can't be saved.
Yeah, I think trying to ascribe any logic to any of it is a,
His wife, his wife will come turning up the next day and just see this fucking dead kid, and
why is the
him
room full of
probably.
porridge?
Who had my porridge?
Yeah.
Also, David Lynch also has his propensity to just put grass and dirt everywhere in his movies.
Yeah. That was unexplained and kind of weird. Like underneath his radiator was like a dead grass thing, and then on his dresser, more
Yeah, it's
grass.
like
I like the potted plant without the pot on his
yeah,
side
that's
table.
well. See, that's the thing though. In this movie, you're trying to grasp things you can relate to, and so a potted plant without a pot is kind of fun to go. Because that's why I like the little, very small painting on his wall of a mushroom cloud. And that's why we liked the dad, because the dad was sort of whatever, and then he just smiles at him, and he smiles at him forever, and that's sort of, you can relate to it in a sense.
Kind of.
Everything else is just surrealism and fucked up.
And I'm okay with surrealism, but I prefer when it's injected into an almost real environment. There's nothing feeling all that real in the world that's built here.
Is this a horror movie to watch on Halloween if you are into horror movies?
No, this is not a Halloween movie. It doesn't feel like one. It's not a jump scare movie. There isn't a guy running around with an axe or a knife or wearing a mask over his face. It's not scary at all. It's just uncomfortable.
Oh, I did slightly jump once. Do you remember when that would have been?
I didn't get scared once, so
It wasn't a scare. It was
me.
just, it shocked me.
Was
He's
it the
at his,
baby head coming out the screen?
no, that's it. Well, it's to do with the baby though. He's at the baby. He turns around and looks back, and the baby's sick immediately. And it's just like,
Yeah, the transition. Yeah.
yeah, and it's just
You are
disgusting.
sick.
It's just, yeah, exactly. That's what he just says. Oh, you are sick. Yeah, no shit. It's full of polyps and horrendousness, and it's gurgling so badly.
Yeah.
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 Well then, plot, storyline.
Yes. Yes. It has a script, I assume.
Not too much.
Not
I think it was 20 pages.
20 pages. That seems like they discarded at least 10 of the pages. Dialogue isn't exactly overflowing. God, if I have to put a number to this plot, I'm going to be cruel. I'm going to give it 1.5. I don't see a plot. Well, I do see a plot, but it's bare bones.
Yeah, I'll go a little bit lower with 1.25. Yes, people who love this movie won't agree and appreciate that thing, but I think I need a bit more of a story. This movie's not about storytelling. It's about analogies and literal versus dreamlike.
Yeah, it's art as opposed to a movie you go to enjoy cinema. It's an installation, as you said earlier.
Is anything real in it? We don't know. Is he just totally all in his head? We don't know. Now, what's the film ultimately about? When you read up that David Lynch never said what it was about, so is there any meaning? That could be just him going, fuck it if I know. This was my first movie I ever made, so I fucking just smoking crack and doing whatever visuals came to my mind.
I get that he was a new dad. That actually comes true quite strongly, but everything else, I think, is just random crap that popped into his head.
It's possibly right. Yeah, nucleus. The nucleus is parenthood and going insane when you're a new
Yeah,
parent.
yeah. Lack of
Yeah,
sleep deprivation,
is real.
floating baby heads.
Yeah. Acting. Jack Nance plays Henry. Understated, underperformed, underwhelming. I don't know.
There's too much going on.
Yeah, everything else over supersedes the acting, I think.
Yeah, I his face is all over the place. There's not much dialogue to be delivered. His constant bewilderment and fear, and yep, it that's one thing, really. I can't give acting more than 1.5 as well.
Yeah, like he's very blank, and that's the way I guess he's supposed to be. If you gave it to James Dean, he might go, "You're tearing me apart."
Baby, you're tearing me apart.
Don't put baby in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll follow you at 1.5. I don't think. Yeah, he's not like he doesn't save the movie. I don't think he's supposed to. I think the visuals are the drivers of this movie. I think I needed more dialogue. Like when he talks with his in-laws and his wife, there's something there, and I wish they would talk more because they were all weird, and the mother-in-law was very weird, and I
More
liked
time
it.
in the parents' house.
Yeah, make a Eraserhead 2, please.
The in-laws.
Meet the in-laws. Yeah. All right, so listen, the sound is
It's more interesting.
disturbing and interesting. Yeah, so I don't know whether to punish it for annoying me and buzzing for an hour and a half, or to put a mark it and go, yeah, you know what, it helped with the disturbing nature.
It's a difficult one because I think
Mm,
the sound achieves what it set out to do.
yeah,
And I think it did
oppression.
exactly what it meant to do. I didn't enjoy what it did. So should I knock it down for not feeling good about it, or should I applaud it for achieving what it wanted to do? I'm torn. I'm very torn on it. Um, I'd be to give it a midway point. I'll give it 3 points.
Mm,
Like there isn't really a soundtrack to it, but it's all oppressive noise building up to the crescendo where he offs his kid.
yeah, I'll give it 2.75. I just yeah. Because I wore headphones, I'm knocking it down a quarter because it
It's a bit too
really
much.
I had to lift my headphones off a bit sometimes. Yeah, if I had tinnitus or whatever, I'd be going insane.
I have tinnitus, and it actually cancelled
To
cancelled out
cancel it
tonight. It was
out.
like, oh, this is quite, it's relaxing.
My favorite movie. 5.
I've listened to much heavy metal, so my
Yeah,
left
that's
ear mostly is.
static.
This made it go away for an hour and a half. After
David
after we've
Lynch.
done this podcast, I'm putting it back on again.
Yeah, forever. Just background
Just the
noise.
sound.
Yeah, for the entire rest of your life. Production, I'll give it the highest mark. I just don't know yet what it is. I think it's very creative. I think the
Yes,
mutant child is amazing. Set design, yes. Black and white,
you can't be artistic unless it's black and white.
true. And I think that further concretes the fact that it was his first movie. And it's like, artisanal, black and white, yes, please. Shadowed, claustrophobic,
I think it's quite
grass.
effective. I think this is a particular. I think it's the image from the DVD cover with Mr. Eraserhead with the dust sort of billowing in the background as backlit. That is fantastic. So there are some fantastic
Famous.
little scenes in this visually.
That's at the start, is it, when he's kind of floating in space with the planet man? Is that when that happens? Or
That's
is
the
that when he
start,
goes
and
to
at the very
Radiator
end,
World?
it
Okay.
happens where he's backlit, and it's effective. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I think production's very good, especially considering the budget.
Yeah, for sure. First movie as well.
I don't know what to give it though.
I'm not going to give it into a 4. I'll give it 3.5. 5 or 7.5. No, I'll give it 3.5. That's a good score.
I think I'll join you on that as well.
Yeah.
I don't want to be too harsh on it.
No.
It is actually quite good. This is where Lynch is very good, I think, his visuals.
Yeah. While somebody in Variety gave it 40 and said Eraserhead is a sickening bad taste exercise made by David Lynch under the auspices of the American Film Institute. Like a lot of AFI efforts, the pick has good tech values, particularly the inventive sound mixing, but little substance or subtlety.
Kind of agree with that.
Yeah. Did Roger Ebert do it? No. Strangely enough. Empire gave it 100. Gothically shot in black and white and numerous shots that have influenced the next generation of directors. This is a classic, no matter how comfortable it is to watch.
I suppose
AV
that's
Club.
also correct.
Yeah, and the AV Club said, see Eraserhead once and it'll lodge itself firmly in some dark recess of your brain and refuse to vacate. Somebody from RogerEbert.com gave it 100 as well, but it wasn't Roger, it was Peter. He said, here was a film that took elements that one might have encountered in other movies in the past: black humor, gore, surrealism, erotic imagery, gorgeous black and white cinematography, and oddball performances, and presented them in such a unique and deeply personal manner that the end result was something that literally looked, sounded, and felt like nothing that had ever come before it. It's this movie, just like I think Rebel Without a Cause, and then another movie we watched recently was put into the archive, whatever the Americans do, but culturally, historically representative or standing out in its field. So maybe that's one thing we didn't give it credit for. Maybe 77, this was very innovative.
Quite unique for its time, absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not what I checked. As I was said earlier, it's technically impressive.
Yeah.
That's the best I can say.
Yeah. Listen, we've given it credence by giving it high production scores. The rest of it felt like a hard slog through black and white field of shit.
I will not be watching this again.
Hell no. Let's give ourselves a treat and watch something better next episode. What it is, wait and see. Yeah.
Requiem for a Dream.
Fucking hell. So let's stab this episode in the chest and let porridge flow out of it.
Consume us.
Ready, Breck or not. If you have not liked our podcast on whatever platform you listen to us, please do so, or comment on Spotify if you're listening to us there. If you're watching it on YouTube, say hello in the comments. We will see you on episode 132, I believe it will be, yes, for whatever random movie we come up to next. Bye-bye.
Cheerio.